Hello everyone and welcome back to Triclaw Gaming with me Fletcher, and today it's just going to be a quick unscripted video just looking at the ARMARGASAURUS species profile that we got over the weekend. I know all the other dinosaur folks have done their thoughts about it, so I thought I would give my 2 cents for whatever it's worth. Don't forget, if you haven't already, just to like and subscribe to the channel, and in the comments put what you think of the new species down below. So let's get into it. What do we think of the ARMARGASAURUS? Well, firstly, I have to say the ARMARGASAURUS looks very good. I'm not a massive fan of chunky dinosaurs, such as the ones we got in Jurassic World Evolution 1. I think they look a little obese. But on the whole, I think the ARMARGASAURUS looks really nice. It reminds me of a Nigersaurus going through an awkward punk phase. The texture on the skin is very good, like the Triceratops that we saw the last time. And I have to say that the skin variations we've seen, although they're all of the same skin variation with the horizontal stripes, which are highlighted in yellow, and just the body colour being different, I have to say the skin looks nice, compared with the skins that we saw on sauropods in Jurassic World 1, where they are all pretty appallingly bland. It's nice to see a sauropod with actually some decoration to it. The spikes, the neural spines as well. It's nice that they actually look like bone, as opposed to how certain horns and spikes looked in Jurassic World Evolution 1, where they were basically the same colour as the rest of the dinosaurs, so they looked a bit bizarre. Talking about the spikes themselves, although I kind of think it would be nice to have had a ARMARGASAURUS with the sail that it has been sometimes presented with. I know apparently the having spikes is apparently the more realistic depiction. I think a sail perhaps would have been a little nicer, but the spikes still look good. Thinking about the video specifically that we got, in that initial opening scene where the two are coming out of the hatchery together, that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to actually get, we were told about this in the Game Informer article about dinosaurs releasing together. It's pretty nice we actually got to see that. Although I am questioning how many dinosaur species we can legitimately have coming out of the hatchery doors together. I don't think, the Game Informer article said he saw 2 T-Rex leave the hatchery both together. I will be very surprised or curious to see how that works, because the ARMARGASAURUS is not a big animal, and just those 2 coming out together alone looks like it takes up all the space. So I'm curious to see how that animation is going to work with bigger animals. I'm also curious to see if we release 2 ARMARGASAURUS over, if we do this often, is that going to be exactly the same animation we get every time? Because it did get very tiresome on Jurassic World Evolution 1 seeing the same exit animation each time. I do quite like that very first opening animation though that we see, with the sort of the personality between the two of them. The one coming out looking very regal and very professional, and the other one sort of running after it as if it's missed its cue to come on stage and looking very embarrassed and bashful about it. It's nice to see some personality to these dinosaurs. I also have to say it looks really nice in that burnt orange sort of terracotta colour. It reminds me again of the Nigersaurus. The next scene of the green one just walking through that sort of forested enclosure. Again, we've seen all these forest types before, so there's nothing really new to point out there. Same with the grass types. We do have a brown Amarga in the background, which we will then see in we then see it in the next little clip of animation there. So again, nothing really drastically interesting about that part. And the last section, we see that we've got the Amargas living with the Brachiosaurus. It looks like we have a resting Amarga on the far right. That final scene could indicate that the ARMARGASAURUS and the Brachiosaurus are perfectly happy living together. Possibly, we don't know. I would suspect that they probably would be okay living together. We do see is that the Amarga does this neck shaking animation in 2 of these particular clips. I hope it's not going to do that too often, otherwise it's going to look like animations are looping quite fast, and that will sort of take some of the immersion away. But apart from that, yeah, it's a nice looking chunky new little sauropod. It looks adorable with its punk phase horns there, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. I'm not excessively hyped yet, still not excessively hyped, and this doesn't do that much to improve my hype. We knew the Amarga was coming, and we have seen quite a lot of it already. We really need to start seeing new stuff that they haven't already revealed for me to start getting a little bit more hyped. But on the whole, it's a nice animal. What do you guys think? Are you excited to have ARMARGASAURUS? Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.